Long live the king.
The Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs were playing Game 5 in Toronto, and I'd have to say, this game was a wild one. Let's get into the scoring. Verhaeghe here, top of the point to Forsling, slap pass over to Ekblad, and he buries this past Joseph Woll. Gets the cut, moving left to right, and that just squeaks right by him. 1-0 Florida, but they would not be done. Duclair here over to Verhaeghe on the one-timer. No chance for Woll, didn't take away that passing lane. This was a great hustle play by Duclair, who started the neutral zone. 2-0 Florida Panthers. But the Toronto Maple Leafs would get on the board. Point shot from Morgan Rielly, bounces off of Cousins and gets right by Bobrovsky. That's a tough break. Florida's still leading 2-1. And this is the most controversial moment in the game. Morgan Rielly driving to the net, looks like a potential goal, but you couldn't find a camera angle where it showed conclusively it going over the line. On the ice, it was not called a goal. They do not have enough evidence to overturn that decision. In the video, it did show the puck over the line, but the play was already waved dead. This is what the ref had to say.
No goal, the play is dead before the puck crossed the line.
But Toronto would find themselves getting energized with a fantastic finish here by Nylander. This is a goal Bobrovsky has to have. 4 minutes left in the third. Nylander ties it up, and we're going to overtime. Bobrovsky would make some spectacular saves. He was the main reason the Maple Leafs didn't leave this building with a win. He was on point, just stopping everything that comes his way. Doing a little bit of a desperation here. But we'll eventually get a winner. Cousins with a nice toe drag. Great net front presence by Gudas. But what a finish there by Cousins. The Florida Panthers are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. From a team that nobody expected this from. They thought they were going to get swept in the first round, and now beating two of the best teams in the Atlantic, the sky is the limit for them. Their game isn't always pretty. It's not always perfect. Heck, I was watching Fluffy Flying Sports, and I thought he was going to get a heart attack. I was quite worried. They just find ways to win. I have to admire how well they are just gritting this out. Even when they let the game slip away from them, they just have that mental toughness to find ways to win. Let's talk about the Maple Leafs. This is not how you wanted your season to end, but you got the monkey off your back. You did get past the first round, and this can be a building block for the future. Another bright spot has to be Joseph Woll, a 24-year-old goalie coming in and playing as great as he did in these two games shows that this guy could be a potential goalie of the future for you. But Panthers fans, congratulations, you're going to be going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and this team deserves it. Carolina Hurricanes vs. Florida Panthers is gonna be a knockdown, beat-em-all brawl, and we'll be getting the one thing we truly all desire, the Stall Cup. All brothers playing in the Eastern Conference Finals, 2 against 1. I can just imagine the storylines. I'd like to know what your biggest takeaway from this series was. For me, it had to be Bobrovsky, man. Like, this guy has just been fantastic, lights out. He kept them in this game, especially in overtime. That's the only reason it's not going back to Florida. This guy has just found a way to turn it on in the postseason. And after letting kind of a soft goal in, it did not affect his play. I'm Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.
Nick Cousins scores! It's a series winner for Nick Cousins!